Banger after banger.
It's Wednesday night. You know what that means. 2 rings, 1 cage, 10 dudes, a lot of blood, a lot of weapons, tables, thumbtacks, glasses, shoes with thumbtacks on them. It's blood and guts. I'm Big Hero Chris. I'm here with the AEW Dynamite review. Not only an episode of Dynamite, we get blood and guts. Once a year, man, we get it's that magical time of year in the world of wrestling, in the world of AEW, where, you know, people just can come together and just be violent and just hit each other with all types of weapons and all types of shenanigans, man. We'll get into that in a little bit. But as far as this episode of Dynamite, it was only 3.5 matches, really, if you want to count the women's match. As far as Dynamite goes, man, it was a pretty solid episode, pretty fun episode, pretty great episode, man. But before we get into all that, before y'all get into the fun jazz and the shenanigans and everything, do me a favor. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, ring the notification bell, hit me up on Twitter, TikTok, Threads. Hit me up in the community posts, hit me up on MySpace, hit me up on Black Planet, hit me up on AOL Messenger, AIM, whatever means of social media you can find, just hit me up there, whatever, it's all good. But as far as this episode of Dynamite, man, it kicked off with Hook defending his FTW championship against Jack Perry, no longer Jungle Boy. Before Jungle Boy's entrance started, man, it actually started off with him playing his old theme, the Tarzan Boy theme, and then it cut to a video package of Jungle Boy out in the desert, you know, burying his old gimmick, burying the Jungle Boy gimmick, and then this limousine pulled up. He hops in and he drives onto Blood and Guts. He drives to AEW, drives to Dynamite, and he comes out with a brand new theme. And this theme, this man actually came out to this. And I'm looking like, yo, what in the name of Beethoven is going on? Now, he did change his look. He went from the short tights to the longer tights with the black tights. He has his hair up in a little man bun now. So he's changing up his look a little bit, growing his beard out a little bit. But this theme, I'm not really feeling it, man. Some people in the comment section, some people on Twitter were saying they were actually digging the theme. Me, man, not so much. I wasn't really liking the theme too much. But it's something new. There's always time to make changes and tweaks or whatever to the overall presentation. But I do feel like with Jack Perry, we're off to a pretty good start with his heel turn and everything. And we even got a ref bump. And I immediately thought, he's been learning from the best. He's been learning from the bloodline. You know, he's been learning from Roman Reigns. We got a referee bump. We got low blows. We got Jack Perry hitting Hook with the championship. And just like Dominic Mysterio, we got a new FTW champion in Jack Perry. The boy finished the story. He did it. He's the new FTW champion. I'm like, all right. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes as far as him holding the championship. Like, he finished his story, I guess. Jack Perry said that before the year is over, he wanted to hold a championship. Technically, it's a championship, even though it's not recognized by AEW, even though it's being defended on AEW television, is recognized on the website as an actual championship. They don't acknowledge it as a championship to keep the whole war going. But he's champion. Jack Perry did it. He finished his story, so good for him. So one of the things that was going on throughout the show was the constant story between Don Callis and Chris Jericho. Like earlier in the episode, it showed Don Callis and Jericho, you know, at a restaurant. And then it showed them later in the show showing up at the venue, showing up at the arena. And then right before the Daniel Garcia, Sammy Guevara tag team match against MJF and Adam Cole, you had Chris Jericho pull up on commentary, pulling up like a deadbeat father who finally saw his sons go into the NBA. He's like, yo, those are my boys. They finally did it. You had MJF and Adam Cole spending more time together. You even had them cutting a little promo together right before the match, where MJF was like, yo, we got matching tights, and Adam Cole was like, yo, we got matching jackets, and then Adam Cole was like, yo, I got one more surprise for you, and MJF was like, what is it, you'll see when we come out. So like I said, Sammy Guevara and Danny Garcia came out. Chris Jericho, looking like the deadbeat father that he is, he pulls up. And then MJF comes out, he comes out to his theme. And then normally what happens is MJF will point to the back, and then Adam Cole will come out to his theme. But this time, Adam Cole comes out, and he comes out to MJF's theme, or what we think is MJF's theme, but it's actually a mashup of MJF and Adam Cole's theme. And and MJF acting like a kid on Christmas. He was running around. He gave Adam Cole a big old bro hug. He's running around like a lunatic. They make their entrance. They make their way to the ring. And brothers, sisters, the way this match started was not the way I actually envisioned this match starting. And it was some prime sports entertainment shenanigans, some top shelf, top notch, top level sports entertainment stuff. This match actually started with not a collar and elbow tie up, not a headlock takedown, not a hurricane rana, not a 630. This match started off with a damn dance battle. Daniel Garcia did his little dance where, he's doing his thing. And MJF's like, do you want to see me do a dance battle? And I'm like, this man say dance battle? And they engaged in a dance battle. Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara were doing their not so electric slide. That was like the worst electric slide I've ever seen. MJF started doing his dance, and I'm like, yo, this is horrible. And just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, Adam Cole started dancing, and it was just like the worst dance I've ever seen. Dancing so bad that it made the music cut off. It just said, no, just stop right now. Let's just get to the wrestling. And then and then the match happened, and it was a whole lot of fun. It was typical, Adam Cole and MJF stuff. But you already know what they were building towards. They were building into the big finish, the big finishing maneuver, the big double clothesline, and they finally hit it. Adam Cole, MJF hit the double clothesline, and I was so happy. Boston was happy. The internet was happy. Everybody was happy. And they won with a 1, 2, 3 after they hit that damn double clothesline. It was just good times and happy feelings and all types of happy feelings going on throughout this arena. So as Adam Cole and MJF are celebrating, MJF, he's running around. Adam Cole, he gets he gets MJF's championship belt from the referee, and he's kind of looking at it like, he's staring a little too hard. And MJF's like, yo, what are you doing, bro? What the deal? What's the deal, bro? And they kind of look like they're about to get into it. And the crowd's like, yo, no, we don't want this to end, man. Hug it out. And they hug, and it kind of looks like everything's okay. But MJF's looking at Adam Cole like, yo, you're looking at my title a little bit too hard. So even though these guys are the most over thing in AEW, they're the best thing in AEW right now, they're already teasing the breakup of Adam Cole and MJF. And I'm not liking this. I want this to go on a little bit longer. I know it's going to come to an end eventually. And I feel like it's a little too soon to tease this breakup. But it's coming, man. You also had, Roderick Strong looking like the big goof that he is, trying to get Adam Cole's attention with his neck brace and everything. And then a pivotal thing, because what this whole tournament was pretty much a number one contender spot to face the AEW Tag Team Champions. And something that kind of bothered me about this whole tournament is the fact that FTR never addressed this whole thing. I know FTR was dealing with the Bullet Club, and they had an awesome 2 out of 3 falls match this past Saturday on Collision, but the whole tournament was never addressed until tonight. And I was like, freaking finally, they finally addressed it. FTR comes out, they get into Adam Cole and MJF's face, and it was cool to see FTR pull up on Dynamite, and something I didn't really expect to happen, but it was a cool thing to see. So July 29th, FTR, Adam Cole, MJF, AEW Tag Team titles. I'm predicting that FTR is going to retain. At first I wanted Adam Cole and MJF to win, but that whole tension between Adam Cole is kind of there now. MJF doesn't really trust Adam Cole because of the whole championship thing, and I feel like that's going to come into play during the tag team match. So all good things must come to an end. It's like the festival of friendship all over again. I'm not really looking forward to the breakup. But you know, we can just enjoy this while it's around brothers and sisters. Yeah, man, like I mentioned before, Britt Baker had a match. It was the obligatory one women's match. It was a squash match against some lady. I didn't even catch who it was. Britt won with a lockjaw. You know, good for her. Whatever. We also had a backstage segment between Best Friends and Darby Allin and Nick Wayne. And you know, it was pretty much building in the fact that at Ring of Honor, Best Friends are going to be competing for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. For some reason on Rampage, Chris Statlander is going to be facing Marina Shafir. Not only that, it's going to be like a Rampage Battle Royal to see who faces the TNT champion Christian Cage, who's, it's not really Christian, it's Luchasaurus, but you know, it is what it is. And Darby Allin kind of looked at Orange Cassidy like, hey man, can you do me a favor? Since you're like the open challenge guy, can you defend your title next week against AR Fox? And on one hand, it's cool, you know, AR Fox versus Orange Cassidy should be a good match. But I feel like that's something that AR Fox should have asked for himself. But you know, whatever. It should be a good match. I'm not predicting a title change. AR Fox is not going to win, but the match should be fine. So, you know, it is what it is. But the big thing that we're here for is Blood and Guts. Not only is it Blood and Guts, but it's the AEW debut of Kota Ibushi. And boy, oh boy, when I tell you, this man did not disappoint. If this is your first time watching Kota Ibushi wrestle, dude was awesome. I'm not really too familiar with him. I remember him from the WWE Cruiserweight Classic and from the time he competed in WWE. I've seen a couple of his New Japan matches. I've seen clips of him, but Kota Ibushi is freaking awesome, man. And he really got to show off what he can do. Like, there was one point during the match, it was like towards the end of the match, where the Blackpool Combat Club had the Elite locks and submissions, like cross faces and brutalizers and all that. And then Kota Ibushi came out of nowhere. He started kicking people in the face and punching people in the face, breaking up the hold. And then Claudio, he had one of the Young Bucks and the sharpshooter. And it took Kota a couple of times to, you know, kick the shit out of Claudio. But, you know, that's what happened. He finally broke the hold. And another thing that happened was a bed of nails. Like, somebody got suplexed through that. It was raining thumbtacks. Wheeler Yuta, poor Wheeler Yuta, he got his face kicked in by a shoe with thumbtacks at the bottom of it, man. Not Kota Ibushi, but Wheeler Yuta just caught hell the most. He got choked out. Jon Moxley had to give up on behalf of Wheeler Yuta because he didn't want this man to die. Kind of similar to how Jon Moxley lost to Adam Page. Like, the Elite had this man hung up. They had this man choked out with a chain. And Jon Moxley was like, yo, just stop. Just give up. And then another thing I forgot to mention, there was a little bit of tension between the BCC and PAC. There was a little bit of miscommunication between PAC and Claudio. And PAC ended up walking out of the match. He got some bolt cutters, cut his way out of the cage, walked out, left the BCC high and dry. And as this was happening, Don Callis came in. He got Takeshi out. He's like, yo, man, these dudes are about to lose. Let's just leave. And that's what happened. Both Pac and Takeshi walked out on the BCC. Jon Moxley had to give up on behalf of Wheeler Yuta. So, not a good night for the Blackpool Combat Club, but it was a tremendous night for the Golden Elite, man. These 5 friends that came in, that wanted to change the world of wrestling, came in, one with the power of friendship. Defeated the evil BCC, you know. Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega got to hang out together. So, you know, overall phenomenal match, man. It was a whole lot of fun. To me, my favorite Blood and Guts match was the first one, like the very first one. But this was a really good Blood and Guts match as well. No knocking it, man. Goofy wrestling for life. Bloody wrestling for life, entertainment, wrestling for life, sports entertainment, all those cool things to describe what happened on this episode of Dynamite. You already know it gets the honorary W. But with that being said, man, I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on Blood and Guts, to hear your thoughts on this episode of Dynamite, to hear your thoughts on Jack Perry's new theme. Are you feeling Beethoven? Are you doing the little symphony fingers? Let me know in the comment section below. Of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. You guys take care. Bees, I'm out. Peace.